Welcome to the bookish blanket. We meet again tonight. How was your day? Are you ready to hear today's story? Close your eyes and imagine my voice. Once upon a time, high up in the bright blue sky, there lived a sleepy little cloud. His name was Cumulus, and he loved nothing more than gently floating and napping all day long. One morning, Cumulus awoke to the warm sun peeking over the horizon. What a perfect day for a nap, he said with a big yawn. But as Cumulus tried to drift off to sleep, he was interrupted by his friend Zephyr, a playful west wind. "Cumulus, Cumulus, let's race across the sky and see who is fastest," called Zephyr. "No, thank you. I'm much too tired for racing today," replied the sleepy little cloud. But Zephyr wouldn't take no for an answer. With a big puff of air, he blew Cumulus, and they were soon soaring and tumbling through the skies in a whirling game of chase. After racing around for what seemed like forever to the tired cloud, Zephyr finally let Cumulus be. Worn out from the game, Cumulus began slowly drifting downwards, getting fluffier and fluffier until he was a big, puffy white cloud. He floated closer and closer to the ground, getting larger and heavier, until finally he could hold no more moisture. The first few raindrops began to fall from Cumulus, with a light pitter-patter on the trees and flowers below. Before long, it was pouring rain from the sleepy, soaked cloud. The flowers opened their petals to catch refreshing rainwater, and puddles formed all over for splashing. The children ran outside in delight, opening their mouths to drink the cold, fresh raindrops. When Cumulus had finally emptied himself of every last raindrop, he was a wispy, transparent cloud once more. With a big yawn, he floated up higher and higher until he found the perfect spot to nap in the sunny sky. And there he stays, napping peacefully until the next time Zephyr comes to wake the sleepy little cloud. Over the seasons, Cumulus and Zephyr developed a wonderful friendship routine. Zephyr would wake the sleepy little cloud with a game of chase or a spirited breeze. Then, after their fun, Cumulus would gather moisture until he was heavy with rain to shower the thirsty plants and people below. Lastly, he would float back up to his favorite napping spot, already dreaming of his next snooze. On one particularly warm summer day, Zephyr decided to to wake Cumulus earlier than usual. He swirled around the peacefully napping cloud with gust after gust until Cumulus stirred awake. "5 more minutes," Cumulus yawned, trying to fall back asleep. But Zephyr kept swirling faster and faster until he lifted Cumulus high into the sky. "Time to start the day, my cloud," Zephyr shouted gleefully. He blew Cumulus every which way in a dizzying game of aerial tag. Up and down, around and around they soared, Cumulus slowly becoming larger and fluffier as he gathered more moisture from the warm summer air. After their energetic game, Zephyr settled down, allowing Cumulus to gently float back down toward the ground, getting lower and heavier. Below, the children were out playing in the sunny park, dreaming of a refreshing summer rain to cool them off. As if reading their minds, the first raindrops began sprinkling down from Cumulus. "Rain! Glorious rain!" the children shouted with excitement, catching the droplets on their tongues. The rain grew heavier and heavier until Cumulus was a true downpour, quenching the thirst of the plants and trees while providing a cooling shower for the joyful kids to run through. From high above, Cumulus could hear their laughter and shrieks of delight as they splashed through the puddles he created. But as quickly as the summer shower came, it had to end. As the last droplets of rain fell from his vapor, Cumulus started rising higher and higher, becoming lighter. Within a short while, he found himself back up in his favorite fluffy white cloud form. "Ah, that was simply delightful," Cumulus said with immense satisfaction. "But now, I really must get back to my napping." As always, Zephyr had other playful ideas. "Not yet, my friend. The day is still young," he insisted. Swirling around Cumulus, he began pushing and prodding the cloud toward a brewing storm front in the distance. "No, Zephyr. I'm already tuckered out from the rain," Cumulus pleaded. But Zephyr was insistent, swirling Cumulus right into the center of the storm system. Soon, dark clouds gathered around Cumulus as thunder rumbled and flashed with streaks of lightning. At first, he tried to escape the tumultuous storm, but the wind and clouds swirling around him drew Cumulus inevitably into the powerful system. Fierce winds whipped Cumulus back and forth, stretching and twisting him. Streaks of lightning danced across his vapory body, and deafening thunderclaps boomed in his ears. All the while, he could feel himself growing larger and heavier once again as he absorbed more and more moisture from the storm. After being tossed around in the raging tempest for what felt like an eternity to the sleepy cloud, he simply couldn't hold any more water vapor in his Cumulus form. With an immense force, the bottom of Cumulus burst open like an overstuffed water balloon. A torrential downpour of rain cascaded from the cloud in a relentless torrent. Below, the children ran for cover as the summer storm raged, Trees whipped back and forth in the intense winds, while sideways, sheets of rain pounded on rooftops. Thunder boomed and cracked across the sky as bolts of lightning illuminated Cumulus's churning dark form high above. For hours, the epic storm system raged across the land, drawing in more moisture from the warm summer air and whipping it about furiously. All the while, Cumulus released it again in. Exhausted but content, Cumulus drifted high above the storm. The last rumbles of thunder faded, replaced by the gentle chirping of crickets. He curled himself into a fluffy white ball, ready for the sweetest nap a cloud could ever dream of. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more stories. Until next time, have a night dream.